That's looking kind of messed up there. No, it's alright. It's alright. It's okay. It's basically alright. Okay. Alright. Shit. We got somebody already. Alright, bet. Let's see. How you doing? Thank you for coming out. Give me a moment to set things up here. That's what we gonna need today. Wait, why is that shit just not going? Like, what? Let me just start this from the beginning. Alright. What's going on, y'all? What's going on, Jester? Had to give me some water. I'm gonna see if anybody else comes around. Alright, let's see. Actually, it's no real reason to wait, I guess. We can just do this straight up. Let me see. What the? Alright. That's a lot. Let's see. So we still got just one viewer. Okay, we got 2 playbacks. Fuck it. I'm trying to wait for some, but right, you never know how long this ends up being. Let me text this out while we warm up. All right. I can't find my line. Oh, okay, there it go. Get in here. There we go. I just put it in the community post. All right. Let's oh wait, I need the comments to stay up. Let me push this right over here. And then we gonna cut that quiet. And I guess there's nowhere else to really start from but the top. Yeah. I'ma just say that my main issue with this is going to Koyama at all as a reliable source for the manga. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. All right. So, let's see. Anybody else in here yet? No, still us. All right, still just us. Fuck it. So, oh, thank you. I mean, it's the same. It's just music, ain't no words in this, so I can turn this up some. Okay, so he says new scale of Dragonball. It's video is made considering that what Koyama says is fully valid. It's not. And that's my overall point here. It's not. It's never consistent, and it has nothing to do with the manga. It can really only exist in the world that he was responsible for, which is the DBZ anime and movies. But we'll continue. Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, say, what do you mean by hierarchy? A pyramidal hierarchy. I don't and can't find the tweet that I can't find the tweet that he's talking about, right? Because I think it may have something to do with the fact that all of S Shining's tweets are basically not, I don't want to say like blocked, but you know, they're locked. He's got his account locked, like behind, you know. Anyway, only certain people can see his tweets, people he lets see them. So with that said, I don't know what he's responding to, but he says, what do you mean by hierarchy, right? And he says a pyramidal hierarchy. We continue on. Does this infinite hierarchy imply that there are infinite layers? And he says, yes, right? Now, I didn't realize how easy it would be to debunk Shining, like not even having to go and do, you know, the extra backup research to build a ground floor under this, right? Like, I really only needed his own video. It's just wild like that. So this right here, this text is from a guy. Okay, he covered that guy's name. Let's get to this guy. Yeah, let's. Okay, we can do this. Where it at? Omni-Man got it. Anyway, let's see. The guy he's covering up is M-Track. If I can help. Okay. Okay. Actually, it's probably not even, I probably didn't even keep it knowing that I was gonna go through the video. Fuck it. So, yeah, that guy is M-Track 1, who said that. This guy right here, middle track. He's the one who chimes in and says, if I can help, in an infinite hierarchy, each layer is above the last one by an unreachable amount, since the lower layer can't and will never reach the higher layer. And that is what each realm in Dragon Ball has. I really hope that helps you understand, right? So, we keep going. Koyama says, thank you for your assistance. I believe you're right. Right? Thank you very much. Is there such an infinite hierarchy in the mortal universe? Of course. Now, here's where the shit gets twisted. Okay? Characters who can universally affect, create, and or destroy structures whose size is equivalent to a countably infinite number of qualitative sizes above universal model, usually represented by, in fiction, by endless hierarchies of layers of existence. Okay, each succeeding one completely trivializing the previous into insignificance. Yep, or more generally, a space with countably infinite dimensions, right? So he's talking about already, like, this is a transcendent type of dimensionality he's talking about, and he's talking about a space with countably infinite dimensions. Yeah, so here's where this goes south. Okay. The mortal universe has infinite layer, meaning it's high hyperversal. No. See, we playing with words right now. See, is there such an infinite hierarchy in the mortal universe? Yes, the hierarchy exists there and extends on to the heaven verse that he's talking about. But we'll get more into that later. Cause now he's saying, okay, I said this. Is Goku somewhere complex multiversal because people claim he is more than 6D or 7-dimensional character? I've changed the front part of the question because the autocorrect messed up. Right? Get this. He says, I believe that Goku is a being who lives in... First off, I believe, right? I believe, not I know. But we'll keep going. Hold on. There we go. So, I believe that Goku is a being who lives in a parallel world to our Earth, in the 3rd dimension, same as Earthlings. I agree that it is legitimate that the gods, including the god of the universe, live in at least the 5th and 6th dimensional realms. So, already, he just said that the Supreme Kai realm and the realm above that and all that shit, the Omni King realm, those are in the 5th and 6th dimensional realms. Meaning, and that's not speaking to like their power level or anything, right? I'm gonna be real clear and concise about this. That's not speaking to their power level. DBZ might actually have, you know what I'm saying? DBS might actually have infinite dimension. It might be infinite dimensional, but Koyama is the wrong person to ask about this shit because he's never consistent and he isn't. We'll continue on to prove why he's not really the guy to ask about, you know, the true canon of Dragon Ball. Let's see. Let's keep going. But yeah, the 5th and 6th dimension, he says that that's where the gods live. Even the god, including the god of the universe, live in at least the 5th and 6th dimensional realms, right? Like, so this means even if they don't, like, even if they live somewhere beyond that, right? Like maybe the 7th or 8th or whatever, right? Look, he's still saying that the mortal hierarchy is a part of the God hierarchy in terms of the infinite layers of the universe. That's basically what I'm trying to get across to you. Like, it's okay. We'll keep going. Let's see. We're gonna go to M-Track questions. Oh no, that was his 3rd question. Okay, here's his 2nd question. My 2nd question is, does the living world share just all the same philosophy? Wait, hold on, let me make it bigger. My 2nd question is, does the living world share just all the same philosophies, math, and science as our universe, or do we share more in common than just that, right? So he says, aren't we sharing more in common? And he says, yes, but sadly some people don't think so. So thank you for answering that. There are more things in common, not just these 3 aspects. Thank you very much. It's like, all right, cool. So now, let's see. He says, no, you're welcome. Oh shit, this is another one. Let me try and stay on. Third question is, do only the realms of the other world contain an infinite hierarchy above the last, or does the world of the creator God also have its own infinite hierarchy? He says, if you're leaving the world of Dragon Ball, you have to say yes to the question of whether the world of God, the creator, also has its own infinite hierarchy. It's just my opinion. See, right there, it's just my opinion, right? So then go back where he says, thank you, right? He basically hits him with the thank you. And this guy says, yeah, it does, since every version of Dragon Ball shares the same type of multiverse and macrocosm, and since everything is a continuation of the Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z anime and manga. And it's like, no, it's not a continuation. Like, it's not. Like, the movies aren't a continuation. They're a completely different wave of story entirely. Like, they don't continue. Like, you got to look at my dude's Why the Movies Can't Happen series. You can look at those and find a lot of the inconsistencies with why with why that's not the case. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're not all continuations. Not everything. Some things are a branch out into something completely different and don't continue the story. But let's see. What are we getting into now? Let's see. Are we done with that part? It says the world of Dragon Ball is a ridiculous and fictional world. Definitely. Realistically, of course, we cannot enter the spirit world above the fifth dimension. There we go again about, because he's already said we share more in common. He's basically saying, like, you know what, we'll do more. We'll do more. I mean, he's already conceded and said, okay, here it is. This guy's basically saying thank you. And he's like, no, you're welcome. That was what it was. He said, yes, but sadly some people, this one right here. That's what this was an answer to. Yes, but sadly some people don't think so. So thank you for answering that. And there are more things in common. Than just these aspects. Thank you very much, right? And he says, no, you are welcome. But this is my personal opinion, not Mr. Toriyama's, to make sure. Right? Like, there we go again. Like, he's separating himself from Toriyama for a reason when it comes to all of these questions y'all are asking him. Like, I believe it was one person on online that even made this dude ask, like, do you need all of this information to enjoy Dragon Ball? Like, it's clear that y'all are hitting him with the questions to not to confuse him, but it is sort of boggling him. Let's continue on, because a lot of people like to give him credibility because of Geekdom. And when he went and visited him the one time, so we'll just go into that. You know what I mean? Let's see. Not this one. This one? Alright. So, Buhan is the strongest Buu according to Takao Koyama, DBZ showrunner and producer, right? He quote tweets Geekdom and says, I'm just the chief... Okay, not lighter. Obviously it's writer. We understand how the accent translates. But he says, I'm just the chief writer up to Dragon Ball Z. I just muttered that Gohan Buu would be the strongest among the transformation forms of Buu, right? And granted, Geekdom probably had already made the video by then, you get what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure I still can't load the quote tweets, right? Yeah, for some reason on my computer I can't load the quote tweets, but I got you. I did a video on my phone of the quote tweets, and we'll get into this right now. So again, I'm just the chief writer up to Dragon Ball Z. I just muttered that. You know what I'm saying? So we'll continue on. Is it gone? Come on, work. Could be in the hole. I'm sorry. There it go. I hit the quote tweets. I can't believe people are taking Koyama's statement as a fact. We were this close to finally ending the Buu debates, but then it's backtracked. The Buu wars are never going to end. Holy shit, this might have even made it worse. Right? So we keep going, right? Because I know y'all thinking these just random people on Twitter. This don't mean shit. Geekdom fanboys, he's like, Koyama quote tweeted me. And then this dude, Keelan Ransom, says, so basically, you don't know who's stronger between Pure Buu or Buu Gohan Absorbed, right? So I look into that, and he tags Geekdom, and now Geekdom's like, okay, he's confusing people though. He's like, I guess that's why he clarified to say transforming. And he's like, do you think he's backtracking? Because the question from the fans seemed obvious. He's like, I don't think he has an issue with answering who's stronger. I think his opinion just may differ from Toriyama on this possibly. Again, right? Again, on him having a different opinion than Toriyama on the context. And it's not like we just trying to reach when we say this shit. He goes out of his way on his own to say, look, bro, I'm not Toriyama. You know what I mean? Like... I don't know where it is. Yeah, there it is right there. He goes out of his way to say, bro, look, I'm not Toriyama. Just making sure that y'all know that. You know what I'm saying? And I know that somebody said that staff knows more than him about Dragon Ball, but that's just look. I get Akira Toriyama forgets shit a lot, but the way this guy backtracks, which we'll get to in a moment, you can't really trust his word either, especially not on the manga, which Toriyama never had him write or participate in. We can continue forward though. Geekdom 101, you know what I'm saying? He says, I've always said that in the anime it was probably Kid, and in the manga it was Ultimate. The manga has author credits, right? Do with that what you will. I think that's the end of that. Now we're gonna go further and deeper into this because 1 to 2, 3 things is never really enough, especially not on my channel. We gotta go fucking elbows deep into the proof. Let's see. Okay, so I got into it with Shining in his comments, and let's see. Is it even time for that part yet? No, let's get this part out of the way, bro. Let's just get this part out the way, cause it needs to be got out the way. Oh, right. Dude says, but Koyama, sir, what explains this then? It says that Pure Buu is the most powerful and ultimate Majin Buu. This is the purely evil, absolutely most powerful ultimate Majin Buu. Do I get a fucking... Can I get a magnifying glass over here? Is it possible to get a magnifying glass? Like... Shit, I wish I had a magnifying glass. There we go. This is the purely evil, absolutely most powerful ultimate Majin Buu. You know what I'm saying? So now not only is he answering stuff that he had no connections to, again, he's going back on the shit that he himself, you know what I'm saying, put in the series, because he's the chief writer, right? Again, another, you know, somebody says, you do know that this version of Fat Buu is weaker than the other one, right? The Fat Buu that Babidi woke is strong, you know, was as strong as Super Buu. This one doesn't even compare. He doesn't have it, and he's like, yeah, but it says that this form of Buu is the most strong, is the most powerful, is the most powerful enemy in history. There we go again. The advent of Majin Buu, the most powerful enemy in history, right? Like, the most powerful enemy in history, the advent of Majin Buu. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's it's real easy, bro. Like, let's see. And then, okay, yeah, we got this. That's from the anime. Sapphire knows what's up. What's going on, Destroyer? What's poppin', Destroyer? But see, Sapphire knows what's up. She's like, that's from the anime. The anime isn't canon. This person says, completely irrelevant. We're all talking about the anime, not the manga. And Sapphire's like, only canon matters, and the manga is the canon. The question has a correct answer, and it is the canon answer. I'm on the same page with this Sapphire person right here, okay? And let's continue on forward. He said, the afterlife of us ordinary people is the fourth dimensional world. I think we already touched on that because we already touched on that because of we touched on that. He says we're sharing more in common than just the basic let's see, he says we're sharing more in common than just philosophies, math, and science from our universe. You know what I'm saying? And the philosophies, math, and science are what create the infinite dimensional concepts in the first place, right? So sharing more than that implies that we at least share that. Let's get to this Turles one because it had me. So somebody asked him something about Turles, right? And he gave one of the most hilarious answers I think I had seen. Where is it? I'm shuffling through everything, y'all. I'm sorry. Huh. Oh, shit. Where is it? I just fucking had the... That's alright. I got the folder. Let's see. What's the name of this? So somebody asked him, right, was Turles able to stop working with Frieza by running away from Frieza? And he asked, has Turles met Frieza? Now, I'm gonna take this one slow. So, from what I understand, somebody else worked on the Tree of Might. I'm not entirely sure if that means that he didn't work on the Tree of Might. I figured I don't necessarily need to know all that to understand at least this. You're the director for the movies. Even if you're not the one that worked on them, how are you credible to speak about the manga when you don't even know the basics of the regular anime structure of Frieza and the Saiyans and the relationship between them in the movies, which you're supposed to be directing. Like, from what I understand, he might not have written this one, but I'm pretty sure he had some control over it. And if he didn't, right, it's your job to at least know about the movies which you were actually in charge of before you can say something about the manga. I'm sorry. This dude has Turles Met Frieza. Now let's take this in. Lord Accordion says, presumably since they are both powerful conquerors in the universe, and since Frieza has previously employed the Saiyans, right? Now, let's get into that. He answered this question like yesterday, okay? That means he's answering this question based on what we all know now. And let's not say that he's only answering questions based on like Z and shit. Like, let's not do that, because he's already speaking on even the creator God himself, above the gods, lives in at least the 5th or 6th dimension. So he's giving his thoughts on this stuff. That's why he's saying, look, I'm not Toriyama. This is just what I think. Right? So let's go into the 2 ways that you can take this answer. Has Turles met Frieza? Now, in one way, you could take it as him asking, does Turles even know about Frieza? Is basically one way you could take this question, right? Has he met him, as in, does Turles even know about Frieza? And it's like, to answer that question, of course he does, right? Of course he knows about Frieza because of this. Let's see. Turles-sama, there are life signs coming from planet Earth. And Turles says Earth is the planet that Kakarot was sent to. Then again, it is too beautiful. So we've already disclosed that the movies share the same dimension, right? Like, we don't have to discuss that. I mean, he did try to give me that, saying that, oh, the movies are in multiple different dimensions. It never said anything about them taking place in just one dimension. That's some bullshit, and we'll get to why in, let's see. Boom. Nope, that's the other one. That's the other one. Let's see. There we go. Toriyama himself. What's your personal stance on the Dragon Ball's theatrical film, Sensei? I take the movies as stories in a different dimension from the main story of the comic. I'm entirely just an audience member for them. Stories in a different dimension. He never said nothing about these taking place in multiple he never said that. Alright? So S Shining was really trying to, bruh. I mean, I get to his comments in a minute. It's just, man. So we know that the movies take place in the same dimension, and Cooler lives in this dimension, and the Saiyans were active because he literally watched Goku get shot. You know what I'm saying? Not shot, but like, he watched Goku leave planet Vegeta and ordered his men, nah, that's Frieza's mess. Don't clean that shit up. He can clean his shit up. So I'm just putting that out there. Turles knows about Frieza in context of, you know, he knows he exists. Frieza was in charge of the Saiyans. Yes, even him at one point. Right? Let's see. Here's another way that question can be answered, right? Has him and Frieza met? I mean, have him and Frieza met? And I guess that's a literal question now, right? Has Turles met Frieza? You don't, have to have met Frieza to be in the Frieza Force. Like, she lied. Why'd you join the Frieza Force? I got out that, I stole it got out that I stole a Galactic Patrol spaceship. They can't touch me if I'm in the Frieza Force, right? Then she says, have you ever met Frieza-sama? So right then and there, have you met Frieza does not determine whether or not you meet him or get away from him to, as far as working for him. Like, it doesn't determine that. I'm not a combatant. I've only ever seen him in the on the station. I hear he's teeny. Like, she's literally never met Frieza, and she's in the Frieza Force. Got the army, got the scouter, got everything. Right? So you don't have to have met him to work for him, but it's pretty damn obvious that it would be much harder to actually like get out. I mean, shit, she had to hide on Planet Vampa with Broly you know what I'm saying? They had to hide there with Broly to escape Frieza's wrath of betraying the Frieza Force. So, I mean, what do you think? Either he hasn't met him in this context, or he hasn't met him in this context. But in both contexts, you get what I'm saying? He knows who the fuck Frieza is. So to ask this question right here implies that you're not even completely sure about the movie verse, which you actually have, supposedly are supposed to have all the answers to. Let's continue on. I gotta go in S. Shining's comments for this one, I think. And we got it's a whole little thing. Let's see. Oh, shoot. Are my comments gone? Are my comments deleted? For all the kids saying that Koyama isn't credible, Toriyama stated in the Daizenshuu 7 that his staff is more credible than himself. This isn't Death of the Author, and he is more credible than Toriyama by Toriyama's own statements, making Koyama valid. That's not how that works. That's not how that works at all. Because shit, especially in today's age, when you consider the fact that the shit that Toei Animation was doing behind Toriyama's back, as far as like changing shit that he didn't want changed, he got angry with that, and then he imposed his will on over the story by sending Toyotaro over there to work on the Future Trunks arc. So truthfully, it's not like the staff, especially today, can say that they know better than Toriyama. Like, Toriyama, as of recently, said that to Toyotaro. And not only that, but he's also said that Toyotaro writes stuff better than what he did. And Toyotaro, basically, what did he do? He made a nod towards what happened in the anime and said, yeah, I figured I'd change it into this. I think it was Supreme Kai Trunks. And he's like, yeah, that was way better. Like, it's really hard to try to commit to that when Let's see. Hyperverse. I think he actually got rid of my comments, y'all. Hold on. Let me see. Did he delete my comments? Bruh. That's funny as hell. Hey, that's all right though, cause I took pictures. That's all right though, cause I took pictures. Let's get it. I was about to delete these too, and look at me. Somebody warned me in the Discord last night too. They was like, "Bro, look, screenshot that shit, cause he might delete it." Yes, sir. All right. Let's go. Let's throw this one in there. This one in there. All right. Yeah. Thank you for your patience. There are the pictures. There's the comments, since he wanted to delete the modes. Let's see. And I'm gonna say now, I'm gonna say now that I may have spoke too soon when I said that all three universes, as far as like, we'll get to it. Let's see. So I hop up and I'm like, Takao Koyama isn't a reliable source. He's the same person who said Z Broly is stronger than Majin Buu, Janemba, Gogeta, Hirudegarn, and SS3 Goku back in 2006. And then I quote him. He says, because he's the strongest, even including the TV anime, nobody exists in the world who's stronger than Broly. And if you count the fact the movie characters appear in the GT verse, escaping the afterlife, applying their defeat from the movies, gave a link, that means the movie verse and the GT verse are the same universe, which then suggests that he is also stronger than the Shadow Dragons and even Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Right? Because again, he did that interview in 2006. Dragon Ball, that shit came out in I think the Dragon Ball movies came out, or the last ones came out in like 1997. Wrath of the Dragon came out in 1997. So, yeah, and I think GT wrapped up in 1990. No, GT wrapped up in 1997. I think the last Dragon Ball movie was made in 95. That was how that went. Let's see. Link to the interview. And then I go forward. Again, he claimed this in 2006. Wrath of the Dragon came out in 1995. GT ended in 1997. And in 2006, GT was considered the TV anime and literally an anime-only adaptation of Dragon Ball. And even if you decide not to count GT, Broly was still not stronger than Majin Buu or Vegito, and we all know this. Takao Koyama's opinions are not canon. Again, Koyama himself, as we've just went over, does not. So let's see. I'm sitting there saying he does not, right? Basically, he knows that his opinions aren't 100% canon himself. I got all these layers up. Let's see. Has he met Turles? Like, this is just my personal opinion, not Mr. Toriyama's, to make sure. You know what I'm saying? And this is him talking about the infinite hierarchies and shit when he's saying this. So let's talk about the TV anime before we get into his response to me. right? So there we go. So we've got Toriyama himself saying the TV anime people wanted to continue for just a little bit more, but I just couldn't do any more than that. So I left the Dragon Ball anime up to the staff, story and all. That was Dragon Ball GT. The TV anime people wanted to continue, and it became Dragon Ball GT. The TV anime, again, like, it's real weird how the words TV anime like that came up, and he already said, like, yeah, the TV anime wanted to continue, so there it is. So when he says even in the TV anime, and he's talking about 2006, before Dragon Ball Super had ever come out, right? Before Yo Son Goku and Friends, before any of that, what else do you think he means? Okay, so he is. Do you have something contradicting him? Only Cooler, meaning only Cooler did, meaning only the event of Cooler happened there, and only the first one, since he isn't shown as Meta Cooler, and the other movies being canon to GT was debunked. I don't know where. And not since Koyama precise, he was only talking about Z, so no, it's not. I mean, so no, it's canon. So I don't know where he got this. He can put that up when he wants. I'm like, yeah, the movies are all, the movie characters all retain their memories from movie to movie, and that's been shown multiple times. See, you'd be silly to try refuting that. Even in Plan to Eradicate the Saiyans, Turles, Broly, Cooler appeared from the same afterlife as ghosts. Like, they all came from the same afterlife, thus supporting the whole they're in one dimension, like Toriyama said. Even in Plan to Eradicate the Saiyans, they came back. That was a movie. So, as the DB cosmology includes their heaven and their hell, right? That's how the DB cosmology works. I meant to get that. Out of all the stuff I'm supposed to get and didn't get, I did not get the regular ass Dragon Ball cosmology scan. All right, there we go. So we got heaven, hell, let's see, heaven, Snake Way, Kaio's planet, planets above that, the universe, Earth, right here, planet Vegeta here. Like, this is the universe. This is their heaven. So when they all come from the same heaven, you have to imply that since the heaven is also within their bubble, that they came from the same universe. Like, this isn't hard. Let's see. Also, I gotta only Cooler did, meaning the event of Cooler happened there. That's a stretch. Then he says, and only the first one, since he isn't shown as Meta Cooler. Bro, Cooler was dead. He escaped from hell. You don't keep your cybernetics as a ghost. They showed that again in Revival of F. Like, once, I don't care how metal you are. Once you die, you don't get to take the cybernetics with you. If you come back as a ghost, like he did in Plan to Eradicate the Saiyans, he wouldn't have been metal. Just like Frieza came back in the just like when Frieza came back in the in Revival of F and in the Tournament of Power, right? He died metal but came back with his body. That's just how that works when you get to escape the afterlife, but you're not quite alive. Okay. Plan to Eradicate the Sin. You know what? And I really don't want to get too deep into the part where I also include the anime, like the regular anime, into the cosmology of GT in the movies, because I can prove GT and the movies are in the same cosmology, but or at least, you know, for what I've collected pretty much. But I did include the anime into the cosmology, and why the movies can't happen does sort of mention some things in the anime, since I went and double checked. So maybe the anime isn't a part of the movie and GT cosmology, but definitely GT and movies, they're the same cosmology. But that's besides the point anyway. The entire point really here is that Koyama is not a credible source. And you know, we can we can go into that a bunch of different ways. Like I just listed so many things. Let's see. Anime starts off with Dead Zone, Garlic Jr. Yeah. Y'all can read that for yourself if you want and pause or whatever, but I'm not going to really go over that right now because that's another video in and of itself, and I feel like I can you know, I can put enough extensive research into this to, even if the anime verse isn't included in it, I can pretty much connect the GT and movie verses like that. Okay, yeah, not only that, but when Goku and Vegeta fused into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, they needed no practice. Even in the Broly reboot, they needed practice because Vegeta doesn't know the move or how to execute it properly. You know, in the fight against Omega Shenron, Vegeta retains memories from Fusion Reborn, where Goku taught him that technique. That's why they didn't get fat or skinny like they did both times when Vegeta first learned the move, in both Fusion Reborn and DBS Broly respectively. Pikkon appears in the TV anime, that in Fusion Reborn and GT, never once implied to be different. Pikkon, that can be argued against. That can be argued against. Let's see. Let's see. I go further into it. I'm just trying to skip the part where I include the anime into the. Let's see. We've now proven these three timelines are the same. Okay, which makes sense because okay, he's filler only character and only ever appeared in the canon. I mean, and never appeared in the canon, right? And I think I do eventually say that this guy was only ever put over things that weren't canon. I say yes, bro. Anime, GT, and movies are all canon. Again, anime might not be included in that, but I know GT and the movies are. But even if you disagree with this hard evidence, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is proven to be stronger than Super Saiyan 2 Goku. I'm sorry, I'm sitting up here. Anyway, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is proven to be stronger than Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan Vegeta, Super Saiyan Trunks put together. Super Saiyan 2 is Super Saiyan times 4, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. Let's see. Let's look up the Super Saiyan multiplier. Fuck it, I got time. Okay. It's 2 times Super Saiyan then. 2 times stronger. Okay. Well, Gohan was way stronger then. That must have been that potential, because what he was doing to them Cell Juniors and Cell, and then came back after the... Yeah. He was way more than 4 times stronger than what they were. And, Gohan wasn't even Super Saiyan 2 in the Broly movie, and they gave him like a really small, minuscule amount of energy. Hold on, let's see. The same amount of energy, actually less. Okay, yeah, that same amount of energy, actually less. They were beat up and injured. Went into Goku's energy absorption to One Punch Broly. So that's true. Z Broly got one punched by what, the little bit of remains of, like, it wasn't even, you couldn't even count that as the full power of 4 Super Saiyans or 2 Super Saiyans either. My bad. But I told him Broly scales more accurately to Super Perfect Cell, and there's no way Broly is stronger than Super Vegito, who casually stopped Buu from ripping holes in the universe, right? In the fabric of the cosmology. Okay, in the fabric of the universe, I know that word can be sometimes, with one punch, right? Like, he stopped this man with one punch from poking holes in the universe. Broly destroyed a galaxy. Like, saying Z Broly can beat Vegito is like saying Super Broly can beat Gogeta Blue. Like, you saw he almost died, right? Like, that's a lot of cap. Koyama's words aren't even canon regardless, because he doesn't write the story. He's never hired to do he doesn't write the story, as in the manga, right? The most he's ever hired to do is write filler. Dragon Ball Z anime, and I showed some other works that he did outside of the the anime, but it's like it's never not filler. He says the movie characters getting their memories back each time doesn't change anything. How's that relevant? Then he says them being in the same timeline doesn't mean the same movie also happened in different timelines. No, wait, them being in the same timeline doesn't mean some movies also happen in different timelines. I'm guessing he means that he's arguing that they happen in different timelines. You didn't understand my point. I didn't say the movies take place in different timelines. I'm basically saying that they also exist in another timeline, and I'm streaming. Anyway, let's see. You didn't understand my point. I said the movies take place in different timelines. Oh, I didn't say that, right? But that they also exist in another timeline. And you're saying the anime has the event of Garlic, meaning the Garlic movie also happened, which is another dimension. So now he's trying, as I said before, wasn't Meta Cooler. Cooler died as Meta Cooler while he was only in his original form. That doesn't make sense, again, because, yeah. Anyway, we're going to keep going. Let's see. Which support my point of not all the movies existing in GT. It doesn't. It really doesn't. When you die, whatever. He didn't. He already witnessed the fusion in DBZ, and when they defused in GT, Goku said he did the fusion one time already, meaning one time in his entire lifespan, he only used fusion one time. Now, I don't even need to look at that scene to tell you why you messed that up. Obviously, it's not the type of fusion that he's talking about, right? Like, he's done that fusion with him one time already. That fusion. He's referring to the Metamarine fusion that they actually did. He's saying that we did that one time before. But anyway, Goku would have said too if he lived the event of Fusion Reborn. No. He's again, he's saying we did the fusion one time already. Yeah. So we can do it again. Seeing how he didn't need practice, because Vegeta didn't just look at it like that. Like, Vegeta just looking at it isn't enough. Nobody just looking at that dance has ever been enough. Like, we've seen that dance enough times to know that just looking at it one time isn't enough. People got to practice for that shit. Where we at? Oh God. Then he says actually he did. He appeared in DB Kai, which was stated canon. Dragon Ball Kai. Dragon Ball Kai is not canon to the manga, bro. Please show me the scan where it says Dragon Ball Kai is canon to the manga. Like, you won't find it. It says neither was it implied to be the same Pikkon. And no, since Fusion Reborn Goku fought, yeah, okay. It says besides Trunks' OVA is referred in DBS, and DBS has followed many times the Z anime, and it would mean that DBS, the movies, GT, and all happened in the same timeline, which you get the contradiction, as you said. Vegeta needed to practice to fuse without counting all the inconsistencies following your logic. No, that doesn't break my logic, but we won't get on that because, again, that's going to be another video entirely. That's not hard evidence, since what you show is that movies happen in the same timeline, which was already stated. While my point is that the event of some movies already happened in other movies. Wait, what? It's not. Giving ki is exponential. It's how every little bit of power on Earth was stated large star level. Goku hit. No, you can make a star with the energy in the Earth. Like, we've already created a star using just the Earth's energy. Like, look that up. That's not really impressive, bro. Giving ki is exponential. No, nobody ever said that. Nobody ever said that giving ki was exponential. You'd have to show me the scan where that was said. Let's see. You're aware the Broly he was referring to was Bio Broly, right? Who, compared to the first Broly, had 2 Zenkai boosts and a... Look, I don't want to sit up here and do the Bio Broly thing. Nobody wants to do the fucking Bio Broly thing, okay? I'll just give him that. He's talking about Bio Broly being stronger than the other Brolys. That's fine. But he's still not stronger than the other people in the movies, which goes against, yet again, this is, he already went against what he himself set up, right? With Majin Buu. Now watch, he's about to go against what he said himself about Broly. Okay? This is where we hit the curve. Hold on. Where it at? Okay. Nope, not this one. Is it this one? There it go. Now, I'ma just go to that should be enough. Nobody stronger than Broly. Yep. Oh yeah, this one. I call bullshit on this claim that Broly is the strongest. But like, yeah, he claims that Broly is the strongest. Trying to find the link where he said it, but I feel like everything's slowing up now. Maybe I need to cut this music back on or something. No, it don't matter. Let's see. You know what? Let's do that. There we go. Oh, we right back here. Thanks to Kazenshu. Fans read. Okay. Is this one it? Is this one it? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Why did Broly come back 3 times? Because he's the strongest. Even including the TV anime, nobody exists in the world who's stronger than Broly. Right? So again, this is in 2006 where he said this. Right? And we've already shown what counts as the TV anime. So he said that, right? And then we have proof that he went back on what he said, because here we have an interview from him from when he's talking about Battle of Gods, where he says at the very least they had to be stronger than the ones from the previous movie when he was talking about the villains. We'll click on this. In handling the scripts for the films, what I was always worried about each time was the problem of what to do with the opponent Goku fights against. That's because at the very least, they had to be stronger than the ones from the previous movie. Right? Now, I feel like it's been at least about an hour of me just going in about this, so I'm about to end it with this. We're saving this one. Hold on. I'm gonna end it with this. All right. Somebody asked him 3 days ago, are Janemba and Hirudegarn stronger than Broly? He said this through, which translates to, hold on, what was that? What the fuck? I ain't got time to go and check and see what this is.
Try it on us.
All right, there we go. So he says this, right? Which it's Surishimasu, and it translates roughly, very roughly in our language to through, right? So I went and I asked Wendy. I said, hey, Wendy, I ran into a confusion. What does Surishimasu mean? Like, does he mean yes or no? And Wendy tells me, I'll pass. I'm like, oh, he dodged the question. This man dodged the question when asked again who if Broly was stronger than these characters. Like, he had no problem saying that. And then coming back, like, you can't trust him on the manga. He's not even consistent enough on his own projects, bro. Like, you just can't do it. But yeah, oh, and this, you know, he says it's impossible to interact with the guy, I guess, who, I don't know what relevance Keiji Terui had with Tree of Might, because I didn't do extensive research. This is next day type shit for me. But yeah, he's saying that this guy's been out of touch for 30 years. And it's like, okay, even if you didn't know what he meant when he created Turles, like, the basic shit involving what Saiyans are and what they do implies that yes, he has met Frieza, at least in this capacity or in this fucking capacity. Like, I'm sorry, in this capacity, right? Like, in some way, shape, or form, Turles knows who the fuck Frieza is just by knowing where Goku went. Let's see. I think the writers don't like Gohan. Like, something happened in their lives. That's right. Look at, oh yeah, man, with Gohan, yeah. Gohan, I don't know. I feel like Gohan just, you know what I mean? He just want to rest now. He don't really care about fighting like his full-blooded relatives do. He just wants some peace. And I think that, you know, him wanting peace and not valuing fighting like that, not liking fighting, is what makes him, I guess that's his plot armor, right? Because when he's really pissed off, then he's like, no, I said stop. Like, that's the Gohan plot armor. But I feel like I've said quite enough. Oh, let's see, did I make it to the end? No, bro. Oh yeah. I'm gonna end it with this. Let's see. So yeah, you haven't shown proof that Koyama's words were debunked. I mean, at this point I have. At this point, I'm showing a lot of proof that Koyama's words were debunked. You totally ignore Koyama was referring to Z only. Again, Super Vegito is above Broly. So is Majin Buu. Which is enough since he was involved with movies and anime, right? And that Akira stated his staff knows more than him. Like, he's not staff and you're asking him this though. Like, he was staff and you're asking him, well, I won't use that. I won't use that. You want to, you know what I'm saying? You want to see him as staff because he's been with the company for a long time. That's fine. And as far as the anime is concerned, then yeah, take his words at face value, even though he hops back and forth about it. Take his words at face value, even though he hops back and forth about the movies. But, I mean, he's literally never worked on a page of the manga. Ever. He's not the guy to ask about it, which is why he's saying, like, even he in most moments says, like, bro, look, I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm just the screenwriter. Toriyama knows more than me. Or my opinions are not Toriyama's opinions. He wouldn't state that unless that mattered. Right? He's like, so, yes, his words are canon. You have shown no proof of him being wrong. I'm like, the Dragon Ball Kai anime has filler in it. And at no point was it stated to not have filler. The manga is canon, not Dragon Ball Kai. And we can just pull up my shit real quick. AnimeFillerList.com, boy. Dragon Ball Super, bro. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, not Super. Dragon Ball Kai. Filler episodes 101, 165. Mixed canon canon and filler, canon episodes with filler mixed in that shit. You see this shit? This is more episodes than the damn episodes. That's just manga canon. So for you to say, oh, the Dragon Ball Z Kai is canon, you know, no, it's never been stated to be canon to the manga. Like, that's never been a thing. As you can see, that is not the case. So let's continue along. At this point, I'm gonna just clown you on my next stream, which, I mean, I didn't clown them, I'm just correcting them, but whatever. I ain't got time to be texting you about something so obviously false. Actually, if you want, we can live debate this. It gives you an opportunity to refute me live on my own channel. You want to schedule that? I mean, I'm gonna clown you for this anyway, so you might as well try defending yourself, right? So then this dude says, filler are canon. It is. This man just told me that filler is canon. This man told me filler is canon. Look, I need some water. He told me filler is canon. Then doubles down and said it is. Then he says, guess you can only do this since you can't refute what I said. I don't, and I already refute you. I'm like, Filler is not canon. It's literally the opposite in definition. And I offered to live debate you. How is that me not being able to refute you? Like, you a funny guy, and I'm gonna drop my live debunk in your comments when it's done. So, seeing how, I mean, what else can you say to a guy who just told you that filler is canon, right? So let's just conclude. Does Dragon Ball Super or Dragon Ball Cosmology have infinite dimensions? I don't know. But I know that Koyama's not the person to ask about it. And just to review, even if he is the person to ask about it, it only counts for the anime. And he himself said that the creator gods over everything live in about the fifth, sixth dimension. Which means that the mortal infinite structure hierarchy does include the God infinite structure hierarchy. They're the same hierarchy. Gods just live within it. So yeah, let's not start trying to say Goku's infinite dimensional because he was able to destroy the mortal realm, right? Like, that doesn't count. Even if he was able to destroy where the gods live, he would get to about fifth, sixth dimensional, right? So, I mean, you tell me, right? Even still, this is just the anime. Even still, he bounces back and forth when he says shit like this, and has said, this is not my opinion, this is Toriyama's, and he's, you know, he's pleading the fifth about Broly. And it's funny because I looked at it, right? I looked at him on Twitter when he said it. I was like, okay, maybe this was just a moment where he was deciding, okay, I'm going to bed because people asking me too many questions and shit, right? Like, nah, where is it? It's the one with the guy with the dog face. The Janemba and Broly one. It was right after that one. But anyway, he answered a question literally 1 minute after the Janemba and Broly question. Like, literally it's like 60 seconds after, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's basically, I really could have just cut this off the moment he said filler is canon. But let me cut this off now, y'all, because I got way too many tabs up to know what's in my face anymore. And I would like to do some other things today. So, oh wow, I got this weird ass curl here and I had it the whole fucking show. I'll see y'all next time. Thank you.